This video will provide user instructions for the Virginia Criminal Sentencing Commission's Sentencing Guidelines Dashboard. The dashboard serves as a reference tool for court system stakeholders and members of the public to quickly generate customized case counts and basic statistics for Virginia criminal sentencing events. Note that the dashboard pertains only to sentencing events which are covered by the guidelines, and you should contact VCSC for any requests regarding non-guideline sentencing data. These instructions are based on the fiscal years 2018 through 2020 dashboard Excel file. This file is located on the vcsc.virginia.gov website under the Data Dashboard tab in the left-hand menu. The dashboard file is broken out into four main tabs: the Readme instructions, the dashboard, the Data by VCC and Localities tab, and the Selection Summary. We'll walk through these tabs to see how they interact and come together to produce customized case results. The Readme is the default tab when you download the file. It is essentially a written version of this instructional video, so we won't spend time on that one. The only additional element to note is the links at the bottom of the tab, directing to the VCSC Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, request process for more complicated data inquiries, and a map of Virginia's court circuits which correspond to the circuit numbers in the data. Next is the dashboard, the main tab of the file. From this page, you can select the cases you want displayed, generate charts of the desired data, and view some basic case statistics. Data are organized by fiscal year of sentencing, type of offense, and jurisdiction of offense. The type of offense is broadly grouped by the primary or most serious offense type according to the guidelines, and more specifically grouped by the Virginia Crime Code, or VCC, for the primary offense. Jurisdiction is broadly grouped by court circuit number and more specifically grouped by the offense's locality, that is, the city or county where the offense occurred. Case selections are made based on the filters on the left-hand side of the page. Each filter can be toggled to select either one value at a time or multiple values. This can be a handy feature if you're looking for a narrow case set, such as 2 circuits out of the full 31. You can switch this button off and on for easier selection. To reset the value filters, select the red X icons on the right-hand side of each filter. It's important to note that these filters build upon each other when they configure the case set. So if I select the 3rd Circuit and weapon offense group, I will get only cases which are both in the 3rd Circuit and have a weapon primary offense type. You can see several elements of this tab changing as I make selections. First, there are 3 charts with axes corresponding directly to the fiscal year, primary offense group, and circuit filters. They all offer grouped visual representations of the same overall count shown on the right-hand side. Case statistics displayed with the overall count include the disposition rates for jail, prison, or no active term of incarceration, median sentence lengths, and concurrence rates with the sentencing guidelines recommendations. Within the concurrence section, the mitigation rate reports the percentage of selected cases where the judge is sentenced below the guidelines recommendation. The aggravation rate, on the other hand, shows the percentage of cases where the judge is sentenced above the guidelines. Finally, below the statistics fields are links to the other 2 tabs of the workbook. Now, an important overall note when interpreting this data: keep in mind that the dashboard reports only the primary offenses involved in each sentencing event. So if I just select assault for the offense group, the count displayed here isn't giving me every assault conviction in Virginia for the years specified. Rather, it is reporting that there were 4,563 sentencing events where an assault offense was the most serious conviction. The 3rd tab in this file is Data by VCC and Localities. Because the individual Virginia crime codes and jurisdictional localities involved in this data contain the most detail, this tab is an option to easily fine-tune the filters and display more granular case information. VCCs are grouped by offense group and sorted alphabetically within each group. Subtotals within the table are displayed for each offense group. Localities have 2 sorted tables. One is an alphabetical listing and one is sorted by circuit number. To filter any of the tables on this tab, use the drop-down arrow above the selection you'd like to sort. Note that selections made on this tab will impact the selections on your Dashboard tab. You can see the content changing across the workbook. These filters serve the same function as the VCC and Locality filters on the Dashboard tab. So you'll want to make sure, however you're using this spreadsheet, you have the appropriate selections when you're generating case counts. This brings us to the last piece of the file, the Selection Summary tab. On this tab, there are no user selections or inputs. Instead, the page reads off of all filters currently selected and reports them out by values selected. Groups with no filters set will simply display all. This is the final page you'll want to look at once you've set up the other tabs. You can use the selection summary to ensure all filters are configured as desired and as a reference sheet for dashboard exports. Once you've confirmed that the selection summary displays your desired filters, there are a few options to preserve your customized dashboard files. To save out an Excel file, which you can reconfigure and run new counts on, simply use the Excel Save feature at the top. We recommend saving the file with a name that reflects the filter selections, such as Assault 2019, for easier reference. You can also print the dashboard content to PDF if you want a static copy of the results that cannot be altered. When saving as PDF, be sure to select your print area and layout settings to produce readable sheets. To select the print area, click, hold, and drag over the entire range of dashboard cells. Then go to Page Layout under the main menu ribbon, click the Print Area drop-down, and select Set Print Area. Once you've set a print area, use your Print to PDF option within the print menu. Print settings then allow you to print worksheet and fine-tune the layout options for each page. These options may be different based on your computer's Print to PDF driver, but generally, landscape orientation and fit sheet on one page seem to be the best layout options for a default 8.5 by 11 page. Also, be sure to retain your selection summary as a reference for all filter settings. The selection summary works best in portrait orientation with fit sheet on one page scaling. The same logic applies to printing physical copies of dashboard content. This concludes the dashboard walkthrough. Thank you for viewing this tutorial, and we hope you find the VCSC Guidelines Dashboard to be a useful tool for exploring Virginia's sentencing data. To report issues, receive further user guidance, or make suggestions on the dashboard, please contact the VCSC hotline at 804-225-4398.